What if I told you that there were only 7 exercises men over 50 needed to do to maintain strength, mobility, and independence going into their later years? Did you know that men lose approximately 3 to 5% of their muscle mass per decade after age 30, with the rate accelerating dramatically after 50? But here's what most people don't understand. The right exercise selection can reverse this decline completely. These 7 exercises aren't just about building muscle. They're about maintaining the functional capabilities that keep you moving confidently, preventing the injuries that sideline men your age, and building the strength that allows you to live life on your terms. Skip these and you're setting yourself up for injury and frailty in your later years, no matter how many times you go to the gym. Are you ready to transform your body after 50? Let's get started. Exercise 1. Push-ups. Ever notice how some men over 50 still move with power and confidence while others struggle with basic tasks like getting up from the floor? Most men this age avoid push-ups thinking they're too hard, missing the single most effective bodyweight movement for maintaining upper body strength and functional capability. Push-ups aren't just another chest exercise. They're the foundational upper body movement that builds your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core while teaching your body to create total body tension without equipment. Research shows that men who can perform 10 consecutive push-ups have significantly lower risk of cardiovascular disease and maintain upper body strength that prevents age-related decline. A study found that push-up capacity is one of the strongest predictors of overall health and longevity in men over 40. Push-ups require your chest, shoulders, and triceps to press your body weight while your core maintains a perfect plank position. Unlike machines that support your body, push-ups build functional strength that transfers directly to real-world activities. Whether you're pushing yourself up from the living room floor after playing with your grandkids, lifting yourself out of your easy chair without using the armrests, or pushing the lawnmower around your yard on the weekend, push-up strength makes these activities effortless. Here's how to perform push-ups correctly. Start in a plank position with hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Lower your chest to the ground with control. Your elbows should be at about 45 degrees from your torso. Go down as far as your shoulder mobility allows. Press back up by driving through your palms. Keep your core tight and glutes engaged throughout. Don't let your hips sag or pike up. Beginner option. Start with push-ups from your knees or with your hands elevated on a bench or counter. Progress gradually to full push-ups on the floor. Do 3 sets of 8 to 15 reps 3 times per week. Rest 90 seconds between sets. But if you think upper body strength alone maintains capability, you're missing the core stability exercise that protects your spine and prevents lower back pain. Exercise 2. Planks. At number 2, we need to talk about the exercise that protects your lower back from the pain that sidelines most men your age. Planks are the core stability builder that improves posture and develops the anti-movement strength that prevents injuries during daily activities. Most men over 50 suffer from lower back pain because they've never properly trained their core to stabilize their spine. Planks build the kind of core strength that actually matters, the ability to resist unwanted movement while maintaining perfect spinal positioning. Research shows that isometric core exercises like planks activate deep stabilizing muscles that crunches and sit-ups completely miss. Studies demonstrate that men with strong core stability have 62% less lower back pain. Planks require your entire core to work together, maintaining perfect spinal alignment. Your shoulders and glutes also engage, creating total body tension. This integrated stability is exactly what you need when lifting objects, reaching overhead, or maintaining posture. Whether you're standing at your workbench, building something in your garage for hours without lower back fatigue, carrying heavy grocery bags from your car into the house without your back giving out, or standing at the grill during your weekend barbecue without needing to constantly shift positions, plank strength makes these activities comfortable. Here's how to perform planks correctly. Start in a forearm plank position with elbows under shoulders. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Engage your core by pulling your belly button toward your spine. Squeeze your glutes to maintain neutral spine alignment. Keep your shoulders down and back, not hunched. Breathe normally. Don't hold your breath. Maintain this position without letting your hips sag. Focus on creating maximum tension throughout your entire body. Beginner option. Start with planks on your knees or with your hands elevated on a bench. Build up to full planks on your forearms. Do 3 sets of 30 to 60 seconds 3 times per week. Rest 60 seconds between sets. Now, I'm about to show you the posterior chain exercise that reverses the hunched posture and lower back weakness that plagues most men over 50. Exercise 3. Hyperextensions. The third movement on this list might be the most overlooked exercise for men your age, but it's absolutely essential for reversing decades of sitting damage. Hyperextensions are the lower back and posterior chain builder that directly combats the forward posture, weak glutes, and lower back pain that develop from years behind a desk. Most men over 50 have weak lower backs and inactive glutes from years of desk work. Hyperextensions specifically strengthen your spinal erectors, glutes, and hamstrings, the exact muscles that weaken first with age. Research shows that lower back strengthening exercises reduce chronic lower back pain by up to 57% in men over 50. Studies demonstrate that strong spinal erectors and glutes are directly correlated with maintaining upright posture and preventing falls. Hyperextensions train your entire posterior chain to work together, extending your spine and hips. Your lower back muscles learn to support proper positioning, while your glutes develop the strength needed for standing from seated positions and climbing stairs. Whether you're standing up from your recliner after watching the game without needing to push off with your hands, climbing the stairs at the baseball stadium to get to your seats without your lower back tightening up, or bending over to pick up your luggage at the airport carousel without strain, hyperextension strength makes these activities effortless. Here's how to perform hyperextensions correctly. Position yourself on a hyperextension bench or Roman chair. Your hips should be supported with your upper body hanging forward. Cross your arms over your chest or behind your head. Start with your torso bent forward at about 45 degrees. Engage your glutes and lower back to raise your torso. Come up until your body forms a straight line. Don't hyperextend backward. Straight is sufficient. Lower with control, back to the starting position. Beginner option. Start with very shallow range of motion and body weight only. You can also perform these lying face down on the floor. Do 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps 2 to 3 times per week. Rest 60 seconds between sets. Coming up next is the pulling movement that builds back strength while improving grip and preventing the shoulder problems that limit so many men your age. Exercise 4, pull-ups. Here's where we separate men who maintain genuine upper body capability from those who've given up on functional strength. Pull-ups might seem impossible for men over 50, but this is the pulling movement that builds back strength, improves posture, and develops the grip strength that's directly correlated with longevity. Most men over 50 can't do pull-ups because they've never trained the movement, but the ability to pull your body weight is one of the most important markers of functional upper body strength. Research shows that grip strength is directly correlated with mortality risk. Men with stronger grips live longer and maintain independence later in life. Studies demonstrate that pull-up capacity indicates overall upper body strength better than any other single measurement. Pull-ups require your entire back to pull your body weight through space, while your core stabilizes and your grip supports the load. This integrated pulling strength is essential for any activity involving lifting, carrying, or pulling objects. Whether you're hauling your cooler full of drinks out of your truck bed at the tailgate party, lifting your carry-on luggage into the overhead bin on your flight without struggling, or pulling open the heavy doors at Costco or Home Depot without using both hands, pull-up strength makes these activities manageable. Here's how to perform pull-ups correctly. Hang from a pull-up bar with arms fully extended. Use whatever grip feels best for your shoulders. Start from a complete dead hang. Pull yourself up by driving your elbows down and back. Get your chin above the bar if possible. Lower yourself with control back to the dead hang. The stretch at the bottom improves shoulder health. Focus on using your back muscles, not just your arms. Beginner option. Most men over 50 will need assistance initially. Use a strong resistance band looped over the bar, or perform negative pull-ups. Do 3 to 5 sets of as many reps as possible with proper form 2 times per week. Rest 2 to 3 minutes between sets. But if you think upper body work alone maintains capability, wait until you see the explosive hip movement that builds power and maintains the athleticism most men lose. Exercise 5, kettlebell swing. Now let's talk about the one exercise that can make you feel 20 years younger by bringing back the explosive power you thought was gone forever. The kettlebell swing is the explosive hip power movement that maintains athletic capability, cardiovascular fitness, and posterior chain strength that most men over 50 lose completely. Most men over 50 move slowly and carefully, having lost the explosive power that made them feel athletic. Kettlebell swings specifically train explosive hip extension, the exact movement pattern that deteriorates fastest with age. Research shows that explosive training like kettlebell swings maintains fast-twitch muscle fibers that naturally decline with age. Studies demonstrate that men over 50 who perform swing-based training maintain power output comparable to men decades younger. Kettlebell swings require explosive hip drive from your glutes and hamstrings while your core stabilizes. This ballistic movement builds the kind of power that makes you feel decades younger while providing cardiovascular benefits that traditional cardio cannot match. Whether you're sprinting across the parking lot when it starts raining without feeling like you're moving through mud, climbing multiple flights of stairs at the football stadium without getting winded halfway up, or generating enough power to drive the golf ball off the tee without feeling like you're swinging in slow motion, swing training maintains explosive capability. Here's how to perform kettlebell swings correctly. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, kettlebell on the ground. Hinge at your hips and grab the kettlebell with both hands. Hike the kettlebell back between your legs. Explosively drive your hips forward to swing the bell to chest height. Your arms are just ropes. All power comes from your hips. Let gravity bring the kettlebell back down. Keep your core tight and back flat throughout. The movement is a hip hinge, not a squat. Beginner option. Start with a very light kettlebell and focus on the hip hinge pattern. Practice explosive hip drive without weight first. Do 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps 2 times per week. Rest 90 seconds between sets. And now let me show you the mobility work that's absolutely essential for men over 50, but that most men completely ignore. Exercise 6, stretching and mobility work. Before we get to the final exercise, we need to address what might actually be the most important work you'll do. Mobility training that determines whether you can move through daily life without stiffness and limitation. Stretching and mobility work prevents the restricted range of motion that makes men look and feel old. Most men over 50 are chronically tight and immobile from decades of sitting. This restricted mobility leads to compensation patterns that cause injury, prevents proper exercise form, and makes daily activities unnecessarily difficult. Research shows that regular mobility work improves joint health, reduces injury risk by up to 43%, and maintains the range of motion essential for independent living. Stretching and mobility work addresses the specific areas that limit men over 50: tight hips from sitting, immobile shoulders from forward posture, and limited ankle mobility that affects balance. Whether you're getting in and out of your pickup truck without that awkward maneuvering because your hips are too tight, or bending down to pick up the newspaper from the driveway without needing to use a grabber tool, mobility work makes these activities smooth. Here are the essential stretches and mobility movements. Hip flexor stretch. Kneel on one knee with the other foot forward. Push your hips forward until you feel a stretch. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds per side. Shoulder dislocations. Hold a resistance band or dowel with wide grip. Slowly bring it overhead and behind you. 10 to 15 reps to improve shoulder mobility. Deep squat hold. Lower into the deepest squat position you can achieve. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds. Builds hip and ankle mobility. Cat-cow stretch. Start on hands and knees. Alternate between arching and rounding your spine. 10 to 15 slow repetitions. Beginner option. Start with very gentle stretching and never force any position. Mobility work should feel like a gentle stretch, never sharp pain. Perform mobility work daily, especially before and after your strength training sessions. Coming up next is the foundational leg exercise that maintains lower body strength without the spine compression that makes barbell squatting problematic for many men your age. Exercise 7, goblet squats. Let's finish with the leg exercise that builds lower body strength without destroying your back in the process. Goblet squats develop your quads, glutes, and core while teaching perfect squat mechanics without the spinal loading that makes barbell back squats risky for many men over 50. Most men over 50 either avoid squatting completely or squat with poor form that causes knee and back pain. Goblet squats provide all the leg-building benefits while the front-loaded position naturally forces proper mechanics. Research shows that maintaining lower body strength is the single most important factor for preserving independence as you age. Studies demonstrate that men who can perform deep squats maintain significantly better mobility and balance. Goblet squats build your quads, glutes, and core simultaneously while teaching proper squat pattern. The front-loaded kettlebell creates a counterbalance that allows deeper squatting while forcing your core to work maximally. Whether you're getting out of your car at the parking lot without that stiff, hunched movement that makes you look old, or kneeling down to work on your car engine and standing back up without assistance, goblet squat strength makes these activities effortless. Here's how to perform goblet squats correctly. Hold a kettlebell or dumbbell vertically at chest height. Grip it securely with both hands. Stand with feet shoulder width apart or slightly wider. Keep the weight close to your chest throughout. Push your hips back and spread your knees apart. Lower into a deep squat by sitting between your legs. Keep your chest up and weight through your entire foot. Drive through your heels and midfoot to stand. Beginner option. Start with a very light weight or even no weight to learn the pattern. You can hold onto a door frame for balance support. Do 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps 2 to 3 times per week. Rest 90 seconds between sets. You don't need complicated programs or endless exercises to maintain strength, mobility, and independence after 50. These 7 movements address every critical aspect of healthy aging while building the functional capabilities that matter most. Here's your complete training program for men over 50. Monday. Push-ups, 3 sets of 8 to 15 reps. Planks, 3 sets of 30 to 60 seconds. Kettlebell swings, 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Mobility work, 10 minutes. Wednesday. Pull-ups or assisted pull-ups, 3 to 5 sets of max reps. Hyperextensions, 3 sets of 12 to 20 reps. Goblet squats, 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Mobility work, 10 minutes. Friday. Push-ups, 3 sets of 8 to 15 reps. Planks, 3 sets of 30 to 60 seconds. Kettlebell swings, 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Mobility work, 10 minutes. Daily. Mobility work, 5 to 10 minutes of stretching. Training guidelines. Rest 90 seconds to 2 minutes between sets for strength exercises. Focus on perfect form and controlled movement over speed. Listen to your body and adjust intensity based on how you feel. For men just starting after years of inactivity, reduce volume by 50% initially. Build your work capacity gradually over weeks and months rather than rushing the process. The key to success after 50 is consistency and intelligent progression. Track your performance, but don't obsess over adding weight every session. Some weeks you'll feel strong, other weeks you'll need to reduce intensity. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.